Hi, I'm Steve Miller and welcome to the latest video of how I use DxO Photolab to edit my images. This video I just thought I'd do a full wildlife edit. There's a lot of videos out there I've done one myself of what's new and that, but I just thought I'd show you how we can actually implement the new things, you know, the new masking and in Photolab 9. This image that I've chose, when I was going through looking for images to use, I found this image and it did actually show some limitations of the new masking, and I just thought you might be interested in seeing this. What it is, I set up some presets using the animal AI mask, and what I've done, I masked an animal, used AI animal mask and the background mask. Saved it to a preset just for doing selective sharpening. So I sharpened the animal a bit and just did a bit more noise reduction and less sharpening on the background. So this is a preset that I've saved. But what I noticed is I'll just apply the preset, because it's like AI intelligent masking. It should go away and find the animals and the background, but as you can see on this image, it doesn't manage to find the animal. It's got an exclamation mark against it. So I'll just delete that mask and I'll show you the background. It hasn't done a bad job, but it has included the fox cubs, so I'd have to delete them from the background. It's not a big thing, I've just thought I'd show this limitation. You know, it does normally work. I'll just show how it should work. So using that same the same preset on this, if I apply that same thing, it'll go away, it'll find the animal, it'll find the background, and then do the corrections that I've put on them masks. So if you can see there, animal, it's done a good job finding the deer. And it's just had to force a bit of detail, lens sharpness up slightly, and the background I've done the opposite. So it is quite handy to set presets doing that, but I just thought I'd show that it's not foolproof. It doesn't always work, and for some reason it was struggling finding the animals on this one. I'll just go on. I'll just try and see if I use the smart mask. And I'll just say, right, select the animal, and it'll say it couldn't find an animal. It did actually highlight it, so I don't know why it does that. If I do subject, I'm pretty sure it'll find, yeah, it's found the fox, but it hasn't found, so it hasn't found all the animals, you know. So it has got limitations, but it's still very good. So for this, I'd have to go back, I'd say, the old-fashioned way, but I mean, we never used to be able to do this anyway, so I'd have to build the mask manually again on this one, so I'd add the fox, and then I'd say add that cub and that cub. So it's, it took me a long time to do that, so it's not too bad. In the old-fashioned way, I'd say copy that mask and invert it. So that's my background. I mean, I'll just say fox and usual naming. So for the foxes, normally this would be automated on my preset, because if it didn't work I will just have to do it manually. So I'm just gonna, I'll usually just put a little bit of mica contrast. It's just bringing out a bit of fur detail. Might force a little bit of detail there. Another thing I have noticed as well with Photolab 9, the previews are a lot crisper. You used to have to zoom into 75% to see a decent, it was always a bit sort of on the soft side, the previews, but the previews are a lot better now. Even at like 36%, the preview looks quite sharp, so that is definitely better. What I've just noticed now, and I've got this set to deep prime, which I wouldn't need it on this image, so I'm just going to go over, I'm just going to put that into I had it on XD2S. It's just D Prime 3 would be better because it's faster for when you export. It doesn't take as long exporting, and it doesn't need it on the XD2S. So same again, yeah. So it'll so I've just forced a little bit of detail, maybe a little bit of more lens sharpening, and that would probably be it on that. And the background mask, I mean, there doesn't really need a lot. I might just knock the highlights down, see if we can just make the animal pop a bit. I'm going to close that. I'll just have a look on the loop, just see what the noise, if there is any noise. No, deep prime, it's sorted that noise out. That's, you know, very good. I wouldn't have to do anything with the background with noise or anything. Just because we've got AI masks doesn't mean you have to use them. I mean, as you can see, the fox's face has been hit by a bit of light there, and even the cub. So I think what I might do is go in, and I'd use a control point. Go back to the old-fashioned way, and maybe just increase the highlights just on that. Oh, I just added another control point. I didn't want to do, and then I might just even do that on the cub's face. With the fox as well, maybe just add a little bit of vibrance. I'm just going to lift the shadows just slightly. Oh, done it on the wrong mask. I thought there was something going on there. So I'll just reset that and go make sure I've got the right mask selected. So just up in there in shadows and put a little bit more colour into the fox. It's looking quite nice. Same again, I think this area is just a little bit too bright in the background, so I think what I'd do, I'd control points again. I mean, you know, there's definitely a case for using control points sometimes. And I just knock the highlights down there. Maybe just a little crop on this image, not too much. Zoom out to. That is one thing I did ask for, but it never came in Photolab 9, and that was just to have a margin around when you're editing. But yeah, maybe that is something that they're looking at. It's looking quite good now. That's quite good. The usual thing, I always think a little vignette looks nice, and what I do, I'll just do the transition so I can see where I'm affecting. I'll just make it small, just bring it in a bit, up the roundness a bit. Oh, that's not too bad. Now go back, make it soft, and just about -5 I usually do. You can probably don't even notice it there, but yeah, it does make a little bit of difference if I just turn that off and I'll turn it on. Just does draw your eye, you know, you just try to get, you want to be looking at the fox, that's the subject. Now the other things, because this has been quite a short video, I'll just try, I don't like this bit of grass here. Don't think I better use the heel tool because it's going into the fox's brush tail, whatever they're called. So what I would do, I'd probably use another AI mask and just try and see if it'll select that, which it has. It's done quite a good job there. I'm going to knock the highlights down, and what I'll do for this one, I think I'll just do the tint and just sort of make it a bit more green so it blends in with the grass a bit more. I might even knock the exposure down slightly on that bit of grass. We're not a million miles away now. Just a couple of little bits of like these little areas here. I could probably use the heel brush for that. I mean, people have been asking if they've upgraded the heel brush. I can't see any difference. There's no like fill mask sort of thing for the heel brush like there is in Photoshop. But I mean, I can get away with using the heel tool, no problem. I don't think we're a million miles away at that. So you can see, you know, it's quite quick for editing, especially with these masks now. I mean, it didn't take me long at all to do these masks. So there's the one for the fox, one for the background, fox's face, cub's face, control points for just down in that bright area down, and then just a subject mask just for that one piece of blade of grass down there. So hopefully that sort of shows you what you can do with Photolab 9. I mean, you could have still done that with Photolab 8, you can still do it, but it just does make it a bit quicker with this the AI masking. And I know people have sort of said that sometimes they are a bit soft, the masks, but I think that is probably what you do need. You know, I think you're better off having a soft mask than if I just show that mask, the fox mask, and then, you know, it's a nice soft mask around the fox. That's what you want. I mean, if you look around the fur, if you look down this area, you know, it has done a really good job for that mask. So I've got no problems whatsoever with the masking. I think it is good. The only, like I say, the limitations, for some reason it didn't pick all the animals up in this one, but I'm sure they'll be looking at the, you know, how they do that, and they'll better improve that all the time, I'm sure, with updates. Right, so that's it. If you have any suggestions of videos for me to do, anything you'd like me to do in for Photolab 9, the new Photolab, just leave it in the comments below. I don't do any editing with these, it's just a quick screen recorder that I do, so it doesn't take me a lot of time to do these videos, so I don't mind doing requests. So if you have got any suggestions of anything you like to see how I do things, just leave them in the comments, please. Right, thanks for watching. Bye.